Hey y'all, welcome to a new video. I am playing with my lighting setup, so if things look different, they are. I will be completely honest and upfront. I have not been prioritizing this channel, and I haven't really been formulating concepts or ideas that I want to film around. So I did what any good content creator does, and I went to the internet. I went to Google, which led me to Reddit. And for the most part, I try to avoid Reddit, but I came across a thread about giving content creators ideas, and I really appreciated some of them. So we're going to sit down and film one of those today. There were a bunch of comments about like, I need a 10-minute face. I need a super quick face of makeup that I can put on before I leave the house so I feel human. And I feel like that talks to my soul. I am always looking for the fastest face of makeup that I can throw on. I want to say the shortest period of time that I've ever done a face of makeup is like 6 or 7 minutes. Quick. So I'm going to throw on my sunscreen. The only other thing on my face right now is the Refer Hydrating Essence. I'm so close to being done with this. Oh, I can't wait to move on to the beautiful pump bottle. All right, I'm going to use my Innisfree Hyaluronic Acid Sunscreen. By the way, I have been going through some major executive dysfunction flare-ups because I've been focusing on getting my space and my life ready for surgery at the end of September. That, taking care of my skin has not been the top of my priority list. So I'll tell you what I've been using. It's primarily this. I have a bottle of this next door. You can now buy the prequel at Target. I was very excited to discover that. You can buy prequel at Target, so you don't have to pay for shipping, and you don't have to buy 2 at once. The only other place I know to get it is, as a dear friend of mine calls it, the Evil Empire, which is Amazon. You buy it on Amazon. All right, I'm going to zoom you in and we will put on some makeup. All right, I have y'all zoomed in. I'm going to put up my hair. Oh my goodness. It is akin to wearing a carpet in the middle of summer. I'm going to start with my Project Pan stuff because I think that's a good place to start. Are we using primer? No. I just did my skincare, so we're going to skip that step. The only other thing in here I want to use is the remainder of this Merit blush, in Beverly Hills, that I depotted and squished into this really beautiful compact. This is one of the ways that I make my makeup faster, is I have bins. I have a bin on my desk at all times of the makeup that I am currently using, but I also got back from Chicago a couple weeks ago and I was going to film a what did I take versus what did I use video. Did I ever do that? No. Is my bag of makeup still sitting here on my desk accumulating junk? Yes. So I am going to strategically pull a handful of items and then we will start the actual makeup. I feel like talking about it is going to take longer than actually putting it on my face. All right, the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint. So good. So good. It's beautiful. All right. Do I pretty much have what I need? So we're going to start with the CL Concealer. I'm not going to go through shade names because I don't know them. And with this, I just don't have time. So I'm going to put this where I want a little bit of just coverage, brightening, again, getting used to a new setup, moving things around, improving my light, making sure y'all can see what's going on. All right, Refer LCO3. This is a workhorse of a brush. It really is. Like when you need just an easy, smooth, quick blend. Now I am going to give this a little bit more blending time. I'm going to take an extra minute to really make sure this is blended all the way in, because I've noticed that my makeup of late has not been terribly blended. It's been very like color by number. I don't want that. I want my makeup to look like it is part of my face. All right, we're going to do brows. I'm going to go in with the Merit Brow Gel. I am going to brush through my brows first. This is normally the process that I use with the ABH, but this is faster. In theory, we shall see. So when just using a brow tint, I like to start with the tip in the middle of my brow, because the wand for the, oh, this is the 1980 Brow Gel from Merit. And it tends to carry a lot of product in the front of the brush, and I don't want that in the front of my brows. So I will start with that in the middle of my brow, and then go backwards. And then hit the front when I have less product on my brow. On this thing. Words are not coming to me. So I find that when doing a light face of makeup, having a, I don't want to say like highly filled in strong brow, but having a brow really does make a difference. When I started playing with makeup in 2016, 2017, I was not like hip to the brow. I had to learn. And y'all, we will do a roasting my Instagram videos, because I am completely okay with roasting myself. All right, bronzer. I'm going to start with the Makeup by Mario. And I don't want to use the same brush. I'm going to use the Sephora 88 brush. Seriously, if you're looking for one product, just one, that is going to make a difference to the texture, tone, and color, as well as like depth, warmth, light, all of that, something like this really does the job. It's so pretty. And I've had mine for a long time. I would like to finish it by the time the year is out, but it's not something that I'm okay putting into a project pan right now. I have other things in my project pan that I need to finish. We're getting there. All right, blush. I said I was going to use the Merit, but I've got the Charlotte Tilbury sitting right in front of me. And even when doing fast makeup, I like to layer my blush. So again, Merit LCO2. This is the smaller one. It is beginning of August, and yesterday, I was finally able to put up my hammock and take a relaxing nap. Auden said hammock. And it was lovely. I forgoed. Is that the right word? I skipped going to hang out with friends last night to just spend time in my hammock and chill. Excuse you, madam. Oh, that's why the door's not closing. Pro tip, if you have doors that you don't want to close, buy some cheap hair clips. These are ones that I started using and they started breaking. So I just plop them on the edge of the door and it keeps the door from closing. But I want the door closed. I have a friend coming to visit next week, and she is allergic to cats. So I just de-cat haired the couch in here, and I don't want my animals coming in and re-cat hairing it. This is going much slower than I had planned. I know I started with, oh, the hammock, yeah. So I willingly skipped spending time with friends to go sit in my hammock. All right, we've got blush, we've got brows, we've got a little bit of coverage. I always, like, for me, I have a lot of darkness around my eyes. And it's something that I feel like really brings my face down. So when I go in with something like the Merit Solo Shadow in Studio and I just pull that all the way up, it just kind of brightens and warms and brings my eye forward. Look at the comparison. This is the side that doesn't have it. This one does. You can really see that there is a difference in temperature and tone. And it does like really help encapsulate the whole face, even though it's a super fast face of makeup. All right, I'm gonna dot on a little powder. The CL powder, oh my goodness, I traveled with this recently and it was so nice. I'm not normally a must use powder all the time person, but this powder has just rocked my world. It's beautiful. I'm thinking of decluttering and possibly selling my House Labs loose powder because I just keep reaching for this instead. Maybe I'll do like a side-by-side wear test. I'll do the CL on one side. Would y'all be interested? Let me know. I want a soupçon, just a little bit of contour. I'm gonna put that there, put that there. I was watching Bob the Drag Queen and Jujubee. No, not Jujubee. Manila Luzon. Oh, I took that too low. Okay, well, go in with that, clean her up. If you go overboard, you can always use whatever you use to put on your foundation to dial it back. So whether it was a brush, whether it was a sponge, whether it's your fingers, just use something to help dial it back. So I was watching Bob the Drag Queen and Manila Luzon do their makeup, and Bob was looking at Manila, who had this like huge amount of contour coming out from her eyes. And Bob's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm starting my eye look with contour. Like, I have been doing that for ages." And because this is warmer, I'm putting it on the front of my cheeks. And from here, if all you want to do is throw on mascara and go, like literally, if I was leaving the house right now and let me throw on some mascara, I'm going to use my favorite. This is my favorite mascara. This is the Milani highly rated tubing. And whilst I mascara myself, actually, okay, another little thing I've been doing for a while is trying not to forget the setting spray. But also putting on setting spray before I put on mascara. Because I know that for me, once I put on setting spray, if I already have mascara on, I don't wait for it to dry. I'm not that patient. I will get mascara all under my eye. So I put on setting spray and then I do my mascara. And it works. Wipe off that little nib. Of course I got it under my nail. Because today I am a whirlwind of chaos. So I have a disgusting number of clothes. Just ridiculous. And a lot of them are things that I wore in my, mid to late 20s before I started paying attention to shape and form and specifically fiber content. I am a fiber snob in my old age. I will wear cotton, I will wear rayon, I will wear linen. I will wear things that are viscous because they're basically just plant compounds that are bonded together in a fiber. But I will not wear a garment that is more than 20 to 30% polyester. Polyester is plastic. It's terrible for the environment. It's terrible for your body and your skin. Like if you are somebody who already sweats a lot and you wear polyester, you are wrapping yourself in plastic wrap and it's going to make you even hotter. I'm on an SSRI, meaning that I am incredibly sensitive to heat as it is. but then I wrap myself in polyester and I just want to crawl out of my skeleton. I just got mascara all over my lips. Oh well. We're gonna go with it. I normally don't do like big blinky lashes, but today I want big splinky lashes. So I think we've gone past the 10 minutes, and that's just because I'm a little extra. But this is the hallmark of like a really fast face of makeup, is not being too persnickety with placement, but with texture, shape, all of that stuff. All right. So in cases like this, where I have mascara all over my eyes, I will just leave it there. I will let it set while I get dressed, get my bag together, get everything that I need to have with me when I leave the house composed. And then I will take a mini, I have a mini of the Ilia brow wand. I have the brow wand from a mini tube of the Ilia mascara. I carry that in my handbag. So when I get out to my car, I'll flip down the mirror and just use that to scrape away any mascara and be on my way. It just makes things so much easier. It's one little tool that really makes a big difference. Okay, so in conclusion, what did we use? I used the CL concealer. For me, this is a no-brainer. It's gorgeous. It works as a base product. It works as just a concealer. It's pretty full coverage, but it's got a gorgeous texture and it can be thinned out. We then went in with the Makeup by Mario, the Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. Mine is in light medium because I find that most light bronzers are too yellow-orange for my skin. So I tend to go with light medium and it works better. The Merit 1980 Brow Gel, the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand, that's what this is called, in Pillow Talk. Little bit of the Merit Blush Balm in Beverly Hills, a little bit of the CL powder, and the Merit Solo Shadow in Studio. So that's, and then some MAC Fix Plus and mascara. So all together, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 products. Nope, 10. 10, because I also used the Charlotte Tilbury comb. So 10 products, probably 15 minutes, and out the door. Super easy. You don't have to talk to a camera while you're that was my mistake. So there you go. That is my slice of chaos for the day. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you are taking care of yourselves so you can take care of each other. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends. All right, let's clean the mascara off my face. Spoolie. Wait till it dries and then scrape, scrape, scrape. That's it.